Curse of the Pharaohs. 99. Khafra's pyramid, never to emerge. Other tombs are disturbed.
Hold off!
Until now.
As you can see, the pyramid behind me has only 3 sides.
You think I'm not going in there?
A group of American archaeologists have made a groundbreaking discovery, a new pyramid, concealed deep within the desert. This revelation is soon followed by a depiction of the chaos and turmoil instigated by the Egyptians. Amidst this upheaval, a documentary film crew arrives in Egypt, their objective being to document one of the most significant archaeological findings in Egyptian history. The narrative then transitions to a news reporter named Sunny and her cameraman, Fitzy. They deliver a report that underscores the extraordinary nature of the pyramid. Unlike the traditional 4-sided pyramids of Giza, this particular pyramid is unique with its 3 sides. Sunny mentions that Dr. Miles Holden and his daughter Nora, both archaeologists, stand on the brink of rewriting history with their remarkable discovery. As Sunny elaborates on the news, she is persistently interrupted by a dog barking from the top of a pyramid, much to Fitzy's annoyance. Subsequently, Sunny conducts an interview with Dr. Holden, during which he discusses his exploration efforts. He shares that he's in search of ancient texts that reference the geological region as a potential location for the elusive lost pyramid of Akhenaten, which may have a connection to the unique structure they've discovered. They then approach Nora for an interview. During this interaction, she clarifies that the 3-sided pyramid is not related to King Akhenaten and is actually buried beneath the surface. Furthermore, Nora explains that it takes thousands of years for sand to accumulate and create such a structure. When Sunny inquires about the archaeologists' resistance to using satellites, Nora reveals that many are hesitant to embrace innovation or to deviate from traditional methodologies. Dr. Holden and Nora then inform Sunny about a satellite orbiting the Earth and show her the specific area where the pyramid is located. They highlight that a significant portion remains deeply buried under the sand. Dr. Holden expresses his astonishment at the pyramid's immense size. Nora proceeds to point out the precise location from which the tip of the pyramid can be accessed. Intrigued, Sunny asks about the satellite, and Nora explains that she was inspired by an article titled SETI, Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence. When Sunny questions Nora's farts on aliens using pyramids as a means to visit Earth, Nora dismisses the idea with laughter, as she does not believe in such theories. Throughout their conversation, Dr. Holden tries to steer Sunny away from discussing satellites, suggesting they focus on archaeology instead. However, Sunny argues that the satellite aspect is significant as it represents the dawn of a new era in archaeology. This disagreement upsets Dr. Holden, as he believes that the essence of archaeology is lost in the midst of technological advancements. Later that evening, Nora is in a phone conversation with her mother, reassuring her that she will be safe during the mission of uncovering the buried pyramid secrets. Suddenly, she becomes frustrated upon spotting a remote-controlled rover vehicle named Shorty, designed by her boyfriend and fellow team member, Michael Zahir, a robotics engineer. Zahir proceeds to introduce Shorty to everyone, explaining that it was originally developed by NASA for Mars rovers. He also mentions that Shorty has built-in recording capabilities, capturing visual and auditory data. Once inside the pyramid, Shorty will transmit real-time footage back to the command center, helping them a lot. The following day, the Egyptian workers who were tasked with breaking through the tunnel informed Dr. Holden that they have successfully found their way inside the pyramid. A sense of urgency fills the air as everyone, including Sunny and her news reporting team, hurriedly join the workers in heading towards the pyramid. However, as the final stone is removed, a sudden release of toxic gas mixed with fungus engulfs the area, causing severe harm to one of the team members. As a result, immediate medical assistance is sought for him, luckily saving his life. Meanwhile, Dr. Holden receives a message from the Ministry of Antiquities, instructing him to halt his research and evacuate the area within 24 hours. The reason behind this directive becomes clear. Widespread protests have erupted in Cairo, fueled by local sentiments against foreign individuals exploring their ancient pyramid. This situation seems to have resulted in chaos and rampant violence. Upon receiving the news, Dr. Holden makes the decision to abandon their mission and depart the following morning. However, Nora makes an effort to persuade her father to retrieve something from the pyramid, emphasizing the potential significance of the discovery and the fame it could bring them. After much contemplation, Dr. Holden reluctantly agrees to send Shorty inside the pyramid to gather readings and capture images, hoping to gain insights into its contents. Shortly thereafter, an army contingent arrives to oversee the team's departure. Zahir, being the only one who understands Arabic, informs the army that they are in the process of concluding their activities and leaving. Following this, Zahir guides the 3 million rover, Shorty, into the pyramid. Soon after rendering, Shorty encounters a relatively low level of toxic fumes. The walls within the pyramid display the symbol of Osiris, the Egyptian god of the afterlife. Just then, Shorty is attacked, startling the team. Zahir suspects it might be the same dog that caused disturbances earlier. As he then attempts to send Shorty deeper into the pyramid, the rover suddenly loses connection. Desperate to retrieve his expensive creation, Zahir manages to convince the rest of the team members to enter the pyramid. Initially, Dr. Holden refuses, but with Zahir continuing to insist, he agrees. He then declares that only he and Zahir will be going inside. However, the other team members disagree, reminding him that they are a team and should be working together. Upon witnessing Dr. Holden and his team preparing to enter the pyramid, the Egyptian army, led by a soldier named Shahid, shouts at them, demanding their immediate departure. Zahir explains their situation to the soldier, requesting permission to retrieve their expensive rover. Eventually, the army grants them a 2-hour window to recover Shorty. Then, Dr. Holden, Nora, Zahir, Sunny, and Fitzy proceed into the pyramid. Nora brings her own camera to document her diary, while Dr. Holden cautions the team against touching anything due to the instability of the ancient structure, which poses a risk of collapse at any moment. A short while later, Zahir becomes anxious upon discovering a broken piece of his rover, fearing the repercussions from NASA. As they venture deeper, Nora discovers a hole leading upward and urges the team to explore it. Climbing through, they encounter various objects and structures, prompting them to begin analyzing their findings. In a significant moment, Nora comes across a metallic structure stained with dried blood and decides to take it along as a sample for further examination. During their descent, the guiding wire supporting Dr. Holden suddenly snaps, causing the team to lose their sense of direction. Stranded without a clear path, they enter a room where Zahir finds his missing rover. Just then, the room's floor, which is unstable and weak, collapses beneath them, causing them to fall 90 feet below ground level. To make the situation even worse, a large piece of debris falls on Zahir, crushing his leg and trapping him. The team makes every effort to free him, but their attempts are futile. In the midst of their struggle, Sunny discovers a hole and decides to climb it in search of an exit to seek help. However, as she attempts to ascend, she is unexpectedly attacked by a mysterious creature, forcing her to retreat. Meanwhile, Dr. Holden stumbles upon a gate and reads the carved warning, instructing them not to enter. He suggests that the team wait there until the soldier comes to find them. However, Nora disagrees, considering the limited time they have to rescue Zahir, and decides to search for an alternative exit. Before leaving Zahir alone, Nora provides him with a torch, shares a heartfelt kiss, and promises to return soon. Following this, as the team departs in search of an escape route, they suddenly hear screams. Panicked, Dr. Holden and Nora rush to his aid, only to discover his trapped leg beneath a stone. The blood stains on the ground suggest that Zahir was dragged into the shaft and devoured by a bloodthirsty predator. This devastating sight leaves Nora heartbroken, but Dr. Holden does his best to console her and encourages her to stay with the team and continue searching for a way out. Dr. Holden then fabricates a story, telling the others that Zahir was crushed while attempting to move the stone. Sunny, however, does not believe him and angrily blames him for their condition. In the next scene, the team proceeds along the tunnel, feeling a sense of worry as Nora senses something following them. As a result, they hasten their pace and come across Shahid, who is there to rescue them. Just then, several creatures start attacking them. Shahid tries his best to shoot them down, but he's eventually eaten up by a large predator. Fear grips the group, and they huddle together in a corner. Fitzy notices that Sunny's facial scratch is becoming infected, and her eyes appear unwell. Shortly after, Dr. Holden comes across a wall carving depicting passages from the Book of the Dead. It portrays the concept of the final judgment, where souls are weighed by the god Anubis against the massive scale held by Mot, the goddess of truth. A balanced scale signifies passage to the afterlife after appearing before Osiris and the panel of judges. As the group proceeds into another tunnel, Dr. Holden unknowingly triggers a mechanism that seals the door and causes the tunnel to rapidly fill with sand. Fearing they will be buried alive, they scramble to run, but Sunny tragically falls into a pit filled with deadly spikes. Fitzy attempts to rescue her, but to no avail. The entire team is devastated by Sunny's loss, but they couldn't afford to give up. They pressed on, desperate for an escape. In their search, they stumbled upon a missing part of Shorty, the rover. Fitzy, ever resourceful, ingeniously rewired the rover's antenna for communication. He recorded a video message, explaining their plight and pleading for help. They also issued a warning. The pyramid they were in was infested with dangerous creatures, advising anyone who entered to bring weapons for protection. Dr. Holden made a remarkable discovery: a hidden chamber containing the body of a 19th-century explorer and his journal. The journal hinted at a potential escape route from the pyramid. But before they could fully process this information, tragedy struck. A clawed hand impaled Dr. Holden's chest, ripping out his heart. Nora, desperate to help her father, cried out, but Fitzy pulled her away to safety. Fitzy himself witnessed Dr. Holden's final moments, capturing the harrowing scene on his camera as the creature crushed the old man. Nora mourned in a corner, unnoticed by the creature, an entity known as Anubis the Devourer. Part jackal, part human, Anubis consumed the hearts of the impure. Fitzy found a dead soldier and took the gun from him, while Nora grabbed a flare from her father's corpse. Hieroglyphs in the chamber revealed that the pyramid was built to trap Anubis, who sought to reunite with his father, Osiris, and enter the final gate of heaven. Their quest led them to star maps on the ceiling, searching for the tetrahedron symbol representing the three-sided pyramid. This symbol pointed to the Sirius star, serving as their guide to the exit. Nora bravely climbed a rope, followed by Fitzy. But Anubis materialized out of nowhere, snatching Fitzy away. Nora, desperate, ignited the flare and pushed it toward Anubis. She reached the top of the rope, only for Anubis to re-emerge and seize her, binding her to a pillar. Nora regained consciousness, horrified to see Anubis smash Fitzy's face. But she wasn't ready to give up. Using a blade, she cut the rope that bound her and inflicted a wound on Anubis's neck. Wild cats bounced on the wounded creature, offering Nora a chance to escape. As she neared the pyramid's exit, she lost consciousness. When she woke, a young boy stood before her holding a camera. Desperate, she begged for help, but Anubis reappeared, capturing them both. The struggle for survival continued in the heart of the ancient pyramid.